Valentine's Day. I think that's when I'm posting this. I wanted to quickly say that since this is our second video on this channel, that my inspiration with this channel name of the Bible chick, where did I get that from? Well, I want nothing more in this world other than to tell everyone about Jesus. I want a chicken coop so badly. I want one so badly. So I just picture one day, hopefully, on this channel that I can be in a chicken coop. I can be doing Bible studies in the chicken coop, okay? So if you're here for the long haul, one day I'm going to play this clip and you're going to be like, oh my goodness, it happened. So if you want to open up, we're going to be in Mark 6:30 today. If you don't have your Bible, it's okay. The apostles gathered around Jesus and reported to him all they had done and taught. Then, because so many people were coming and going, they did not even have a chance to eat. He said to them, come with me by yourselves to a quiet place and get some rest. If you have ever read the Bible, then you see that Jesus went away a lot. He unplugged a lot. He regularly took rest, and he also called his disciples to take rest as well. And that's why Chick-fil-A is so awesome and why they have such amazing food, is because they rest on Sundays. And I think it's pretty safe to say that we live in a world that does not rest. I never took a rest from my phone. I had no interest in doing that. I was totally that girl that just always had her head down, was always on her phone. Even at the dinner table, I was really rude when I look back at my life. And it wasn't until I found Jesus that I finally looked up and picked my head up at the world, at the people around me. I had been plugged in for so long and relied on my phone for joy and happiness and comfort for so long that when I finally found Jesus and I looked up for the first time, I was like, oh, nothing in this phone is ever going to give me the joy that knowing Jesus has given me. My first want was to get away from the phone. I just wanted to unplug because it just gave me so much unnecessary anxiety. It became the root of everything bad in my life. I say that lightly, but I had a lot of problems that stemmed from me making my phone and social media my God. I truly did that. I worshiped social media. I worshiped being worshiped on social media. But when I found Jesus for the first time ever, I found rest, and I was like, oh my goodness, I need to get off this phone. So I actually quit my job. And then 2 months later, I came back to social media, and it wasn't for fame. It wasn't for money. It wasn't for anything. Looking back to me completely unplugging from social media was so selfish. How could I not share the reality of what's to come when we close our eyes for the last time? How could I not share that? I feel like when I came back, so many people were like, oh, her finances are low. She can't go without social media. And the reality was I really, really did not want to come back. I just realized it was such an open door in my life for the devil. And that might sound so crazy to you. I take the phone so seriously because I feel like our eyes are the windows to our soul and what we watch and what we listen to. There's just so many temptations on the phone. And that's why we need to create boundaries. It was up to me to create boundaries in my life. And I had to do that because, guys, we are not where we're supposed to be at all. We are in the devil's den, quite literally. For us to just walk around carelessly as followers of Jesus in the lion's den, if I truly want to walk in the life that God has for me, I need to create boundaries. And one of the biggest boundaries that we need to create is with our phones, because we are on them every day. We all need the phone now. So how do we get around that? How do we unplug in a place that we now have to be plugged in to live? How do we unplug from a world that is always turned on? The first thing is that work can wait. I feel like Americans the most hate that because we are the go, go, go country. Everybody is just going. Like, nobody's slowing down here. We are just always on, and we have made work our God here in America. America runs on work, and work is not a bad thing. We're actually created to work. We're not created to be lazy. Don't be lazy. But what we do in the start of our day will tell us what we prioritize the most. And I'm not talking about the coffee machine. I'm talking about after the coffee machine or before the coffee machine if you're better than me. But what are you doing the second you wake up? Are you checking your email? Are you checking your Instagram? Are you checking Twitter? What are you doing? Are you instantly worrying about the day? Are you checking the news? Or are you prioritizing starting your day off with Jesus? And I don't mean checking the Bible app. I mean sitting with Jesus. Show me your morning and I will show you your life, because what you do when you first start your day is the most crucial thing. For me, I couldn't imagine starting my day off without Jesus now, because I know what it's like to experience starting my day off with Jesus versus not, and I don't want the not. What you do when you wake up is crucial to being unplugged, because we live in a world that is always on 24/7. So if you do not start your day off with Jesus, trying to find the time to be with Jesus and to find rest once you are already on and starting the day is, for me, near impossible, and it's really difficult to do. So making Jesus a priority the second you wake up or after you have your coffee. The second thing is having a quiet place. We see in Luke 4:1 that Jesus went off into the wilderness, and the disciples were always looking for him. He couldn't get away from them. They're like, Jesus, where are you? Where have you been? And that can happen in our lives too. Everybody has followers now. Everybody is on social media with followers, and we all feel like we need to cater to our followers 24/7. There could just be so much pull from the world to pull us in that we need to have a place that we can go, that we can shut off. And if you don't have a quiet place, you need one. Mine is in my closet, and I am a weirdo. I don't care. I want to be alone with Jesus. I want to turn off. I want to shut off this world, sit with him and find rest with him. That is such an amazing gift that we have as followers of Jesus, that there is rest on our knees. So where can you be at rest on your knees? Where is that place? If it's in your closet, if it's in your car, that's so important to have somewhere that you can go, somewhere that you can be alone with Jesus. The third tip, because I said earlier how setting boundaries is so important, and also what are you running to when things hit the fan? Are you running to your phone? Because I feel like that's so many of us, and I feel like that aids in us not being able to unplug from our phones, because our automatic reaction starts to become, my phone is my comforter, and when something is wrong, I can distract myself on swiping on TikTok, or I can just, we run to our phones for comfort, and that becomes our automatic reaction for when there is danger, when something is going wrong in our lives, that we start running to our phones. So, and before we know it, we're always running to our phones. So make it your mission that the next time that stuff hits the fan, that you're going to run to Jesus, or you're going to run to your Bible. And sometimes that may sound really boring, and sometimes that may sound like I do not want to do that, but it is always going to feel like that until you get started in doing it. Because let me tell you, I have never even read a book until the Bible. But our lives don't change until we step into the uncomfortable, till we step into things that are out of the ordinary for us. I feel like humans are such habit people, and we need to create habits with Jesus in order to be unplugged from this world and the habits that this world has with being plugged in all the time and always being on. Okay guys, I hope that you enjoyed this message today. This is one that is another one that just hits home for me, because I am the girl that was always plugged in, and I thought this was really cool for our second message on here. So if you enjoyed this video, please drop a like to get it out to someone else that may need it, and subscribe if you enjoyed it. Cool. I'll see you guys for my next video. Happy Valentine's Day, I think. Bye guys.